Hey guys, hope y'all having a great weekend. It's Sunday afternoon. I figured I'd throw a video together for maybe Tuesday or Wednesday. This is just to show you what a waste of time and a waste of money these First Amendment auditors are. We've got a First Amendment auditor who's obnoxious. It's accountability angel, and she goes to the police department to waste a half a day doing what she's doing. Trying to get them to explain to her the complaint process and how you do it. She already knows all that. She does it all the time. She's just doing it to waste time and try to make a video. It's ridiculous. Let's just get on with this freak show, shall we?
The video you're about to see was filmed in Eureka, Illinois on January 2nd, 2024. While conducting my 1A and complaint compliance check, I took the approach of acting like I really didn't know what I was doing. I had some major concerns with both the process and the form, but I will say Cam and Melissa both treated me very well. As of the posting of this video, I have received verbal confirmation from the Eureka, Illinois Police Department that they have amended the process. Alright, darlings, let's check it out.
I intentionally sped through that so you didn't have to listen to those nails running across the dried chalkboard, because that's exactly what her voice reminds me of. Oh, let's see what kind of bold and new work she's doing today.
So, which part are you for? For just the City Hall?
This is Eureka City Hall.
Oh, how do I get into the PD?
It's not open to the public. If you need to speak to an officer, I can call one up for you.
Oh. Yeah, that'd be helpful. I had a question I needed to ask.
All right.
I was confused when it didn't open. I was like, oh.
Yeah, can I get your name, please?
I did not wish to give that at this point.
I'm sorry?
I didn't want to give my name.
All right. Is this about something that happened in Eureka where you need to speak with a City of Eureka officer, or something in the county where you need to speak with Woodford County?
No, not Woodford County. Actually, what I need is to find out how to file a complaint against an officer. So I'd like to, I guess, speak with somebody.
All right. I have complaint forms here. Is it against the City of Eureka officer?
Are they the same as the City Hall ones?
No.
If you don't know what the hell she's talking about, let me translate for you. Yeah, duh.
City of Eureka officers are different from county officers.
Oh, yeah, I know that.
Inside city limits, it would be City of Eureka. If it's outside of the city limits of Eureka, it would be Woodford County.
No, I understand that. So the complaint form you have, is that for the police department?
City of Eureka Police Department.
Okay. Is that one covered for the...
What's that?
Do you guys have one for city employees as well? Or is it just all the same one?
Police department's different than employees. So is it an employee of the police department that you need to make a complaint about, or?
Well, do they have one? If, say, it was a two-person issue, is there one for, like, say, you? You know what I mean? Is that the same as the police department one, or do you guys have a separate one?
So I don't have a separate one, but I could see if the city administrator would be available to speak with you.
Mm-hmm. Okay, could I just have, the one for the PD and like have somebody explain what my options are?
Oh my goodness, what to say, what to do. If it was me and I had a complaint against somebody specific, I would just tell the officer, look, I had a problem with a police officer, I want to file a complaint against him. I had a problem with the city worker, I want to file a complaint against the city worker. Say he works for the garbage department. And he would give you the forms and he'd go on. But you know that. You're just being obtuse and annoyance and just wasting everyone's time.
I guess.
So here's the complaint form for the City of Eureka police officers.
Okay.
And then you want to speak to someone about making a complaint about a City of Eureka employee, correct?
Well, as of right now, I just wanted to inquire further with this or like the process itself, like maybe if I don't know, I haven't seen all this yet.
So the process is you fill out that information, and then the chief of police looks into it and then contacts with you and gets back with you and lets you know about what's going on.
Do I have to sign it?
Yeah, you would need to put your name and information on, so that way they would know who to get in touch with to let you know how it's going and everything else.
What if I didn't wish to sign it?
All right, well then there'd be really no way for them to be able to follow up with you to let you know about what's going on.
Well, if I just gave my like some means of contact.
I'm sorry?
If I just gave a means of contact.
Yeah, I mean, they probably want to know who they're talking with so that they would know how to properly address people.
Do I have to do that though?
Well, I mean, you don't have to. They would probably find it odd that somebody would leave a phone number but no name to really know who they're talking with.
Hey, you know what? People might find it odd if an officer comes out and just punches some dude without any real merit.
Okay, and what the hell does that have to do with anything? You just come up with a stupid thing to say to this guy? This guy's just a receptionist. He doesn't know everything about everything. He's here to answer your questions, guide you in the right direction. But you know that. You're just being a complete asshole for no reason.
Being able to do so. So we all do things that might be odd. Could I just ask somebody my options, I guess? Or the options? Can I speak with somebody from there?
Or you want to speak with someone from the police side or the city side?
The police side.
All right, I'll see if I can't get a hold of the police chief.
Okay. Sorry.
Trust me, she is not sorry. She's getting exactly what she wanted. She's getting special treatment. She's wasting everybody's time, wasting everybody's money. Regardless, this guy probably has nothing else to do but answer questions to idiots like this all day. But if she starts involving the police, taking them away from their duties, then it's a problem.
Mail the required affidavit to complain at attach.
You said it's in regards to an officer punching someone in the face?
No, I was using.
Put that out and then, not leave your name and a contact number, then they can get a hold of you when they get back from the call?
Okay, it says on here, if complaint is received via phone, letter, or the mail, the required affidavit to complain it and attach a copy of the notice, would that be something a required affidavit from them?
Not a complaint that's filled out in person, like if we're having to fill it out and either go from a complaint off of the phone or a complaint off of an email.
So you'd have to do an affidavit?
Yeah, so then you would have to do an affidavit to verify that the complaint is real.
Oh,
Because they're getting the second hand.
and how would one go about filing an affidavit?
Okay, so the affidavit you would have to go through the process of getting an affidavit stating that your statement is true.
At the courthouse? What's the process to get one of those?
I'm not positive.
Yeah, see, that's why I wanted to ask questions. The chief's going on a call?
Yes, Angel. A lot of chiefs of police in small towns work a shift. They actually out on the road patrolling and doing things and answering calls. You are not important. You're an unimportant person. They don't know that yet, but we know how unimportant you are. We know that you just got out of jail. You're so proud of your 6 weekends you did because you're hard ass now. You get street cred now, right, babe? Anyway, yeah. If you need the chief to come back and chew your cud for you, then he probably will, because I think you know by now how to chew your own cud, which is something I hear you spend a lot of time doing. Anyway, let's carry on with the video, shall we?
Yes.
Oh, it's amazing. I'm confused. So, how could somebody stay anonymous if you needed an affidavit? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I don't know.
Pretty obvious by the number of times she just starts laughing for no reason that she's absolutely doing something pointless, something that has no meaning, something that nobody cares about, and this guy obviously doesn't know all the details of what's got to be done. So move on.
Do you know, is this...
My understanding is I believe you kind of have to identify yourself to make sure that someone's not filing a false complaint against an officer. That way, facts can be checked, things can be verified to make sure what's being stated actually happened.
I do believe in Illinois you do not have to identify though anymore. Wasn't that last year I think they did that? No cards accepted. Now, do you know if they're going on like some long call?
I'm sorry?
Are they going on like a rabid dog call, or did somebody... How long would I wait if I waited?
You know, calls can vary from how much time. Maybe there's a bad car accident.
Yeah.
Maybe someone slipped and fell. I can't really say.
Oh, and nobody else is here that knows?
Sorry, we don't have a very large police department.
Well, yeah, I know. How many people are on duty right now? Just like one? What? Two. Oh. Okay. So, and for the city side, you don't have a form? Is that what you told me?
I don't have a form, but I can see if I can get the city administrator to come up and speak with you.
Yeah, I'd be curious just to know if, I mean, because on this one I have to file an affidavit, right? If I chose
If
to.
you're filling out the information yourself, then you don't have to do the affidavit.
Even I understand the affidavit part. What he's saying is because you're here and you're filling out the form physically yourself, you don't need an affidavit. You only need the affidavit if you call it in and tell somebody else about the complaint and they write it down. You have to provide an affidavit saying that everything in that thing that that person wrote down is true, because it's your complaint, it's not their complaint. You probably are stupid enough not to understand that, but a simpleton can understand it. I figured it out. I'm pretty sure you could.
If you're like calling it in and someone else is filling it out for you, then the affidavit needs to happen to verify that what's being put on the report is true according to what you're telling them. See, if you call it in, then it's kind of like telephone, you know, so then you're telling me and I'm writing it down, well then there needs to be some way to verify that what I've written down matches what you're wanting addressed. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I just don't understand. Like if I wrote it in my own words via the mail or my email, because maybe I'm scared or something, that would be directly from me. You know what I'm saying?
Basically, if you're not the one filling out the form, the complaint form, then there need to be some way to verify that information on it's correct.
In other words, even an email with a complaint isn't you doing it personally. Somebody has to how do you call it, transcribe that email onto a complaint form. So it's not you writing the complaint form, it's somebody at the police department. So you still need an affidavit, but you know that, don't you, Angel?
So if you're filling out the complaint form, then you don't really need the affidavit. Does that make sense? Because you're the one filling it out.
Yeah, I think it's crazy to even expect anybody to go figure out how to do an affidavit and then come back and jump through hoops when, like I said, just for example, I didn't specifically say why I'm here, but you know, if somebody's punching people in the face, it kind of needs to be something maybe where there's less hoops to jump through to report. You know what I'm saying?
Well, yeah, but what I'm saying is, okay, so you're saying someone punched someone in the face, well then I go and write it down, when how do they know that what I'm writing down is what you said?
Yeah, exactly.
That's what I'm saying. When it's coming third person that way, that's when you really need to have the affidavit that what's being said on the complaint matches what the person who's complaining is saying.
That's very interesting. So, if I were to email the city administrator about certain employees, somebody, not the PD, I would have to do the affidavit? Or can you ask them?
That's totally different. You could just speak with the city administrator. You know, since the police are generally under more scrutiny, then there needs to be paper documentation of complaints, problems, everything else.
Yeah.
That can be handled. You know, if you have a complaint about just a regular city employee, then the city administrator will meet with you, listen to what you had to say, and try and find resolution.
That's good. But is there, say I wouldn't want to go over it completely with them face to face and don't feel comfortable, what other options do they give you for that?
I can check with Melissa and see if I can give her your email.
Oh yeah, let maybe ask her what options I have if I didn't want to do that.
You know, I mean, if you feel uncomfortable meeting with her in person, that's not a problem.
Yeah, or maybe even just getting in depth, because when you're telling on somebody's buddy, sometimes they just try to fuck you over right then and there, you know?
This stupid video goes on for over half an hour, and I'm not going to listen to any more. Her carrying on, she's just wasting time. That's all she's doing. Fortunately, this guy isn't real busy. It's a small town. I'm going to look up the stats on this town. They only got 2 cops on duty. For Christ's sakes, Angel. Boy, you're getting pretty desperate if you got to stoop this low.
But those are just suggestions for ways they can actually comply with the law better, and just making it easier for citizens to come forward, because you never know what issue is at hand when somebody walks in the door asking.
Yeah, that was a phenomenal waste of 30 minutes by Accountability Angel. Who is she holding accountable by doing this? Whose rights is she protecting? Anyway, I found the population. Population estimates July 1, 2022 were 5,165 people. Wow. Wow, big town, big town. No wonder the chief's out doing calls. They probably got 5 people on the whole police department, 1 per 1,000. Anyway, good way to waste time, Angela. She doesn't actually have any complaints to file against anybody in that town, because she just showed up to do this. That's all she's there for. It's ridiculous. Anyway, thank God the police chief didn't come off his call to address this idiot. Anyway, hope you enjoyed the video. I know it was boring, but you just need to see what these people are actually doing. They're actually doing nothing to help anybody do anything. Anyway, I love y'all. Bye.